bots or whatever, the robots. And when a person comes in the room, they won't know how to relate to that person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people, especially the people close to you, they have issues. Everybody has issues. Everybody has warts, so to speak, you know, and you don't like what they do all the time, what they say all of that time. But if you're not skilled to navigate that sort of relationship, you're going to be completely clueless on how to relate to humans. And of course, this will
continue on Nevada 582 North for 2 miles.
Relationships as well. Who needs it? In other words, who needs that person at this point?
Well, if you know, companionship, right? Someone to listen.
Yes.
Someone to listen. Companionship. Someone years ago, decades ago, I was listening as a pastor talking about how, you know, many people can make a living by just saying, you know, X dollars an hour, I will listen to you, right? Mm-hmm. And that's really what a lot of people want. That's what a lot of people go to therapists for, and the therapist just takes notes while the person talks, right? And
mm-hmm.
in some way solves their own problems by just talking it out with someone. So many people are lonely. You know, my wife and I will run into people, and we often make the comment, that person is very lonely. They're very lonely, right? Well, here you go. The human need for companionship, right? And now you let Islam come in here, where they got 3 or 4 wives, and they are just procreating left and right. I'm telling you right now, the Islamists are going to take over the country. I can tell you right now, and I think it's part of God's judgment, Islam will take over the United States. I truly believe that. Do you believe that, Patrick?
At some point, if it's left to itself right now, at some point it will. How long? I don't know. Maybe it will take 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, who knows? But you can see the population is growing and the influence is growing. Great, it is.
Let me go back to Israel real quick if I can, because we have a comment being made by Benjamin Netanyahu. I guess he was giving an interview to Fox News, and he said this. Listen to this.
Near the Sinai Desert in Egypt, and that town has been flattened. And you have been accused of genocide. How do you respond to that?
Well, as Ambassador Huckabee said, if we're practicing genocide, we're surely doing a very bad job of it, because we could have, you know, basically eliminated the entire population of Gaza, but we went the other direction. We did something that no army in history ever did. We're supplying humanitarian food to the enemy's population because we distinguish between combatants and non-combatants.
Of course, Hamas is stealing it. But the media today are very concerned that when he said we could have eliminated the entire population of Gaza. And the left is going crazy over that statement today.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, he could have. They could have done it. They could have wiped out the whole population if they wanted to, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But they didn't do that.
Nope. Let's talk about where you think we're going with President Trump. President Trump, you laugh, where you think we're going. President Trump on Space Force, not Space Force, Operation Warp Speed. Did you hear what he said yesterday?
I did. Stunning.
For those who maybe didn't hear it, here is here's what he said. Here we go. Here's what he said. This is kind of stunning, but here's what he said. Being asked about mRNA injections. That's the text. That's the context.
Warp speed, these mRNA vaccines that are the gold standard. Right. Now your health secretary is pulling back all the funding for research. He's saying that the risks outweigh the benefits.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto West Barrett Street.
And with you, what is going on?
Research on what?
Into mRNA vaccines.
Well, we're going to look at that. We're talking about it, and they're doing a very good job. And, you know, that is a pass. With Operation Warp Speed was, whether you're Republican or Democrat, considered one of the most incredible things ever done in this country.
At the light, turn left onto West Barrett Street, then turn left onto Athol Avenue.
As we strive to be like Christ, there are besetting sins which take